Glasgow's Queen Street Station. Today we're back. It's been a while, it's been about a month since the last video, but back on the railway. Today we're going to be trying out ScotRail's Intercity high-speed train in first class. So let's get moving. Got my Greg's coffee here, wee double espresso. Brilliant way to start the day. It's currently 8:30. Let's find this platform and get on board. Right, we're through platform 3, and here it is, our dinosaur-aged Class 43 HST. First class is coach A, so we're right up at the very end. I guess this train can be quite busy going up to Aberdeen, but I'm only on it to Perth, which is about an hour. So this is actually an ex-Great Western Railway GWR, what they call it HST, the high-speed train. Right, here we go, coach A, let's go on board.
The 841 ScotRail service for Aberdeen, controls and...
Check out the seats here. Very nice indeed, very nice. Nice leather seats. See, they're definitely nice and spacious. Let's give you a wee seat to it. Standard plug sockets here. Nice table, actually nice and clean. Luggage rack up there. Intercity first class. So the next stop is Stirling, and it's Perth, and then it'll continue on to Aberdeen. Now in the ScotRail Intercity first class, there's no hot food, but there's only one solution, and that's to bring our Greg's on board. Check out the countryside. Shortly arriving into Stirling. Now, as I said, there's no hot food, but there is a wee bit at the back of the first class carriage. It has some drinks and snacks. Let's go have a wee look at that. Here we go, just some shortbread and water. So that is quite nice, some light refreshments as we arrive into Stirling. This has to be the best first class seat. I mean, just look at it. It's unfortunate about the service, because I think, see if they had the Avanti West Coast service paired with these seats, it would be Emirates business class on the rails, I'm telling you. That's quite good. We just got offered a hot drink, so I've got a black coffee on the way.
The next stop is Perth.
So a few wee facts about this train. This is a 5-coach service up to Aberdeen. Sometimes it's 4, but there's always 1 coach out of the 5 or 4 that is first class. So it's really nice. You've got a toilet, you've got complimentary Wi-Fi, brilliant, and a wee hot drink service coming through there. Here's the Wallace Monument. Fantastic. Great way to spend a Saturday morning. Another thing about these coaches, because this train is ancient, these coaches are called Mark III coaches, and they're around 50 years old. They're built between 1975 and 1988, so yeah, definitely riding on a piece of history at the moment. These trains will be retired from the ScotRail fleet. Thank you, no appreciate it. Cheers. Cheers. There we go. As usual, the heat of the sun. No chance. Yeah, so this line goes all the way up from Glasgow to Aberdeen. It's a very scenic one, in fact, you can see here, with around a top speed of 100 miles an hour, which is probably what we're going at now. But it's amazing. Train is 50 years old, still running, but not for long. They should be retiring next year. Yeah, another thing about these trains, obviously because it's 50 years old, it's diesel and it's quite loud and mechanical, and some of the doors between the carriages don't shut, so you can hear the outside noise, which is quite loud. I don't know if you can hear that. So that's the advantage of having an electric train like a Pendolino, where it's nice and quiet and insulated from the outside noise. But anyway, I'm really enjoying it. Now, the way these trains are coupled together, you can actually see into the engine room, so I'll go and show you that. You can see here, this is why it's loud, because we're right next to the coupling. So because it's an old train, they have 2 locomotives at either end, rather than the newer trains where you can actually sit in the front locomotive. Just beyond that is the driver. Let's get back to the seat. Right, the coffee might be at a manageable temperature. Yeah, obviously instant, not the best coffee. That's what I like to call brown water. Glad I had my nice double espresso from Greg's. Definitely a double espresso person. I like a strong coffee. I don't like wishy-washy, basically diluted stuff. I'm telling you, see if they just had a good hot meal service on board, good coffee like Avanti does, into a nice cup, like a proper ceramic plate. This would be absolutely amazing. Paired with these seats, Emirates business class in the rails, especially for the price you're paying. Now, aside from the seat and the food and drink, staff have been absolutely pleasant. Very kind indeed. Had a wee chat with one of them. Yeah, nothing to complain about for service wise. Maybe Transpennine could have a wee less than that. Now, a quick tip, if you're coming on here for business and you're going from Glasgow up to Aberdeen, I'd recommend if you want to take any calls, you go further into the middle of the train, away from the engines. It is really loud actually. Yeah, and if you're wanting to sit in the first class carriage, bring some noise cancelling headphones. Guys, how could I forget the seat recline? Let's give it a go.
We are now approaching Perth. Please mind the gap when leaving the
I don't think it's working. Right, there we go, arriving into Perth a wee bit earlier. That is creaky. Yeah, that's been a really great experience actually. I'm glad I managed to do that before these get retired. Some proper good first class seats there, but ScotRail managed to get a good catering service. Excellent. Here we are arriving into Perth.
This is Perth. This train is...
And a welcome to Perth, one of Scotland's 8 cities. So that's Scotland's twist on Intercity. So these trains are nicknamed the Intercity 125, but ScotRail have said Inter7 City. Perfect, what an experience. So there we go, we've done LNER, Avanti, Transpennine Express, and now ScotRail on their first class service with the Intercity 125. They have to be the best seats of all. Right, there we go. Well, that was a bit of a shorter video there. I'm glad I'm able to showcase ScotRail's first class product. I would definitely recommend it, especially if you're doing a long journey from Aberdeen to Glasgow or Edinburgh to Aberdeen, whatever. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. Leave your thoughts in the comments below. I'm interested to hear them. And with that, I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.